Hello! Welcome back. We are back with reScribd. New look. Whoa. It's been a very long time since I've done reScribd and yet. Damn it, I cursed in the first minute. Oh well. I don't care about monetization. Yes, we are here to watch and describe one of the greatest sitcoms of all time, Friends. Yes, we are back with reScribd. It's time for Friends. Friends Like Us, it was originally called. Written by David Crane and Marta Kaufman. Oh yeah, this is very old script. It is the 30th anniversary. Friends. Our recording's way ahead of time. We're gonna edit this. It's different. Oh my god, it's a lot more. Also, look up there. Yeah, it's my YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. All find that. TheWriTra. We are back here, reScribd, first time in a very long time, revamping this, and we're gonna get into a TV show for the first time. Usually on reScribd we talk about films, but I wanna dip my toes into the sitcoms because I am writing a sitcom, and what better way to learn how to rate a sitcom than analyzing one of the greatest sitcoms of all time? Possibly the most popular one. Think of sitcoms, you think of Friends, Golden Girls, The Office, kind of. And it's not really a sitcom, it's a mockumentary, but we'll get to that down the line. Anyway, we're here to talk about Friends. So let's get into it. And also, I just want to say before everything, rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Been a very wild time. Also, this is a very beloved show. I hope I do it justice, and I hope you enjoy this. So let's get into Friends. And we're going to start off looking at the very first page. I haven't read this, by the way, so yes. But I do know we start off with the characters. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you. Give us a little bit about the characters. We're going to start off with Monica. She's smart, cynical, defended, very attractive. Had to work for everything she's had. An assistant chef for a chic uptown restaurant and a romantic disaster area. I would say that pretty much holds up through the show. Another trait is that she is a perfectionist. She's very OCD. She cleans a lot. She's very tidy. That is not mentioned in here, so I assume that was added on later. Very awesome. Now let's get into Rachel. She's spoiled, adorable, courageous, terrified. Monica's best friend from high school. Has worked none of what she's had. Oh. And she's on her own for the first time. She's equipped to do nothing. Also, yes, this is literally photocopied from, so it's not like an actual script that we usually get and that you can see everything clearly, so bear with me here. She's the polar opposite of Monica, so that is a very cool thing. Very nice to put that in there. Here's Phoebe. She's sweet, flaky, new age waif. Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, it's a little bit. Monica's former roommate sells berets on the street and plays guitar on in the subway. A good soul. Now that isn't in the show. She doesn't sell berets. This is an early. So, and here's Ross, the intelligent, emotional, romantic. He's Monica's brother, suddenly divorced, facing singlehood with phenomenal reluctance. A paleontologist, not that it matters. And now we get to Joey, handsome, macho, smug, lives across the hall from Monica and Rachel. Wants to be an actor. Actually wants to be Al Pacino. Loves women, sports, women, New York, women, most of all Joey. Yeah, pretty much sums it up. and Chandler. Recipes, Matthew Perry again. Droll, dry, a wry observer of everyone's life. His own. Works in front of a computer doing something tedious in a claustrophobic cubicle in a nondescript office building. Survives by way of his sense of humor and snacks. See, okay, now that is something. He's not the one that snacks. Joey's the one that snacks. They are all in their 20s and all trying to figure it out. That is how we start off with friends. So, easy. Set up all these characters so all they are like. And I think I should do that as well. Writing a sitcom, I do have 4 main characters, so I want to write description. I have written a description of them, but I want to put it into the script like this so we can have it. I do wonder if this is in every script, as in like a show Bible, so we can always be reminded every time you do it. And every time you read the script, you know exactly what the characters are like. Obviously, the actors don't really need to do that because they've been playing it for so long that they get it. They get it by like season 2 or 3. They were all very comfortable, all had great chemistry. So let's start off. Act 1. In a coffee house. A rainy afternoon. Monica, Joey, and Chandler and Phoebe hanging out, talking. Weird snatches of conversation, broken up by a series of vowels. And now, this is what the new format is. I want to go through and pick out things so you can learn a little bit more. Now, there are certain ways and techniques to writing. I have a particular outline. For sitcoms, I have about 10 steps. So throughout this script, we're going to analyze the 10 steps and we're going to see exactly where we get to it. First step is establishing a normal conversation feel. So this is how we do it. We introduce you to the characters and you get the sense of how they talk, how they interact with each other. Establish camaraderie. So, start off with Monica. I'm telling you, I had with the whole dating thing. Yeah. I mean it this time. If I have to laugh at another stupid anecdote or eat another Caesar salad, I'm going to kill myself. Whoa, we gotta start off with that. Okay. Phoebe, I don't hate dating. That's because you don't date. You just move in with guys. That's true. You know what my favorite kind of date is? Kind where you don't leave your gum in her ear. I can't believe you told her. I couldn't help myself. But wait a minute. You're not dating anymore. What's tonight? Tonight is not a date. It's not. It's just 2 people going to dinner, not having sex. Sounds like a date to me. Classic Chandler. Sorry, that was weird. I apologize. And now we go to the next one. More half-empty plates on the table. Joey is arguing with Monica. I can't believe what I'm hearing here. What? I said you had a very nice butt. It's not a great butt. You know who had a great butt? Speed Racer. Well, he did. Also very 90s. Very nice, you can easily tell. Monica. You know what? I'm not even gonna listen to you. You wouldn't know a great butt if it came up and bit you. That's an image. More dishes and cups litter the table. Chandler is in the middle of relating a dream. Alright, I'm back in high school, in the middle of junior senior lobby, and I realize I'm totally naked. You've had that dream? Oh yeah, sure. Then I look down and I realize there's a phone there. Also, I cannot capture Matthew Perry's mannerisms and cadence. That is what made this show phenomenal. The actors elevated this even more. But I still want to take a look and see how we do it. Instead of, yep. Never had that dream. Yeah, you're alone. All of a sudden, the phone starts to ring, and I don't know what to do. Everyone starts looking at me. They weren't looking at you before. Finally, I figure I better answer it. Turns out it's my mother. Which is weird because she never calls me. Oh yeah, that's what's weird. In the midst of this, Ross, Monica's older brother, enters. He's totally despondent. Moves to the others. Sits. Hi. Guy says hello. I want to kill myself. You okay? Okay, so let's pause it right here. Now let's get into my second part. First act, we're going to set the problem. Now, for this, I want to highlight Ross's story throughout this. Monica has a story. Rachel has a story. Rachel kind of intertwines with Ross, so we're going to bring that up a little bit more. I don't believe the others have that much of a story going on, but you do learn a little bit of it. So we're going to really analyze Ross's story because that lays the foundation of the whole show. So that's what we're going to focus on. I feel like someone reached down my throat, grabbed my small intestine, pulled it out of my mouth, and tied it around my neck. Cookie? Carol moved her stuff out today. Phoebe goes to Ross and waves her hand wildly, very close to him. Sad. What are you doing? Cleansing your aura. What? Don't. I'll be fine, really. Look, I hope she'll be happy. No, you don't. No, I don't. I hope she's not. Oh, okay. Okay, they cut out this sentence here. That no, I don't. The hell with her. She left me. Okay, that's good. Also, I'm realizing this is playing out almost exactly like the show, which is awesome. But I do have to point out there are 61 pages here. We'll figure that out as we go along. And you never knew she was a lesbian. No, why does everyone keep fixating on that? She didn't know, how would I know? It's not like there's a mark on her head. Sometimes I wish I was a lesbian. Did I say that out loud? Oh wait, this isn't in the show. Okay, so we're getting some deleted scenes. I told mom and dad last night. Yeah, I know, they called me and yelled at me for an hour and a half. They couldn't quite explain how I'm responsible for your ex-wife's sexual preference, but that didn't stop them. Alright, look, you're feeling a lot of pain right now. You're angry, you're hurt, blah, blah, blah. The answer is, need another woman. He said strip clubs. Alright. Oh, please, that's your answer to, do you want more coffee? Hey, you gotta get back on that horse. Okay, so I see why they cut this, because it makes it a lot more emotional later when Joey does talk to Ross and gets him to move on. But again, later. Alright, so let's get to number 3 for me, the question. This, I believe, would be Ross's question. Will it get any better? How will I survive being single? How would I go about my life with this dramatic change? I want to be married, and how do I adjust to not being married? Here we go. But I don't want another woman. I don't want to be single. I want to put together all that IKEA furniture by myself. I just want to be married again. At that moment, a woman in a bridal gown enters. Seeing this, Chandler takes a shot. And I just won $1 million. He just says, I just want a lot of money in there. No. He says, I won $1 million. He looks at the door expectantly. Nothing. Now, why doesn't that work for me? No. Bridal goes to the counter. She is soaking from the rain. She orders coffee. It's not Rachel Roberts. Ooh. Ooh, major change. Ross doesn't recognize her immediately. Also, that is not her name. Her name is Rachel Green. Ooh, so they changed her name later. Okay. Actually, I like Rachel Green better than Rachel Robbins. That feels weird. Where? Wow. Well, Monica goes up to her. Rachel? Rachel turns and sees her. She greets Monica with outpouring relief. Oh God, Monica! Hi, thank God. I went to your apartment. You weren't there. I just didn't know what to do, so I just came here for. Thanks. Coffee? $1.25. Oh right, I just penny my Aunt Harriet. Shoot, what? Oh. Okay, this and guessing it didn't work. She pays. I can moment. So what's new? They put in a joke here. It's like, hey, like, should we wait for you to explain, or there are gonna be about 6 other bridesmaids coming in? 3 wet bridesmaids, I think that she says. Again, completely different than the actual show. That's very cool. This is the good thing about reScribd. We find some scripts that are completely different than the outcome. Now, this scene is a lot different than what actually happens. So. Everybody, this is Rachel. I thought it was my best friend in high school. No, she says another Lincoln High survivor. She introducing someone. Joey, Chandler, Phoebe, and you remember my brother Ross? Sure. Ross and I, and well, there was a physical joke. Umbrella opens on her. Okay, yes, here it is. Okay. Oh God, I don't know. I guess it was the gravy boat that started it. Isn't it always? I was in this room where we were keeping all the presents. I was looking at this gravy boat. Really gorgeous. Can't tell what that says. Gravy boat. All of a sudden, I realized I was more turned on by this gravy boat than by Barry. I really freaked out, and I was talking about it with Mindy, my maid of honor. That's when it hit me. Much Barry looks like Mr. Potato Head. I mean, I always knew he looked familiar, but so anyway, just had to get out there. I didn't know what to do, where to go. You were the only one who I knew lived here in the city, who wasn't invited to the wedding. Smells guiltily and shivers and sneezes. Okay, that is where it is. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if it cuts from right there. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so now let's get into Rachel's story a little bit. So she is also going through a big change in her life. She was taking care of her entire life. She was gonna get married to a guy. He was gonna take care of her. Realizing she's not in love with him, she leaves him at the altar. Comes to live with Monica. Blah, blah, blah. So, first time ever, she's about to get cut off. Daddy, it's my life. Maybe it's my decision. Maybe I'll stay here. Maybe I don't need your money. Wait, I said maybe. Nothing but dial tone. I'll stare at Rachel. She looks pale. Breathe. Breathe. That's it. Relax. Try to think about nice, calm things. And Phoebe starts singing to her. Be okay. We've gone along without your father's money. You can too. You're right. You're right. I never lived on my own, taking care of myself. Although it doesn't sound like something particularly like. If we're gonna try it, now's the time. So what? So, oh no. Not really good with the roommate thing. Okay, this is not in the show. In the show, she offhandedly says, I'm just gonna stay with Monica on the phone. And then, like, oh, guess we established she's staying here with Monica. Basically, they just accept it. Oh, that's how Rachel gets it. Alright. Okay. Alright, I didn't realize there was a lot more Paul in here, so we're gonna go back to Ross. So, gets to my 4th point, a temporary solution. So, Ross wants to distract himself from the divorce. feeling horrible. He was gonna just hang out with his friends and his sister, but his sister has a date with Paul. That's Monica's side story where she dates a guy, sleeps with him, he turns out to be a pig and use that line. Yeah. But we're not gonna get into that. We're gonna focus on Ross and Rachel, which is particularly the backbone of the show. So here we go with Ross. So do you have any plans tonight? Well, I was kind of supposed to be heading to Aruba for my honeymoon, so no. Oh, right. Sure. Well, if you don't feel like being alone, Joey and Chandler are coming over to help put together my new furniture. We are very excited about it. Thanks. I think I'll just hang out here. It's been a long day. Sure. Okay, sure. Phoebe, you want to help? I wish I could. I can't. Got work tonight. Actually, no, she didn't say that. She says, I don't want to. Okay, so now we're in Act 2, which I would call Act 2 for this. Virtually empty apartment, Joey and Chandler drinking beer, helping Ross put together his new IKEA furniture. Ross is working on something that someday will be a coffee table. Joey reads instructions for a bookcase to Chandler. Alright, you need to attach the brackety thing, side things, using a bunch of these little worm guys. All of that hooks onto H. I have no brackety things. I see no worm guys whatsoever. I'm telling you, this is a Swedish conspiracy. I'm gonna throw out all this stuff and just use the box for the coffee table. Put a cloth on it. Right. Again, change, but whatever. We're back here. There's a lot more to the scene that we're gonna cut out. Joey kicks the bracket under the sofa. Done with the bookcase. Ross is on to his second beer. He stares at the furniture pieces around him. I really miss her. Oh, if you're gonna start with that stuff, we're out of here. Yeah, don't spoil the fun. No. He looks at a beer can and he's like, oh, Carol used to love this beer. And blah, blah, blah. And they're not as, jokey about it. They're like, oh, okay, sorry, man. You're right. I'm sorry. Went out of the bathroom and found an old box or maxi pads. Just couldn't get myself to throw them out. Sure. I'm using them as arch support. Aw, man, don't tell us this. What the fuck? What is that? I never that joke. Guys, to stop building furniture and just getting serious about their beer. I'm divorced. I'm 26 and I'm divorced. I'm 26 right now and I hate it. Shut up. Ross, you gotta understand, between us, we haven't had a relationship that lasted longer than Memento. You had to love a woman for 4 years. 7. 4 years of closeness and sharing, at the end of which you ripped out your heart. And that's why we don't do it. I don't think that was my point. Okay. What if there was only one woman for me? What if we only get one and that's it? Fortunately, in my case, there was a woman for her. Okay, this is part 7, where we reveal Ross's feelings. And this is what I want to call regroup after the failure. And we analyze how to move on. Now Joey is going to introduce my number 8, which is going to lead into the third act. And you'll see what it is. I don't want to spoil it because it's actually something he says later. And I believe it's right here. It's right here. Okay, what are you talking about, one woman? That's like saying there's only one flavored ice cream for you. Let me tell you something. There's lots of flavors out there. There's Rocky Road, and cookie dough, and Bing cherry vanilla. All kinds of fudges, swirls, and nougat. Again, with Jimmy's or nuts, or no nuts, or whipped cream. The best thing that ever happened to you. You got married. You're like, what, 8? What? Welcome to the world. Grab a spoon. See, this is what it is. Grab a spoon. That is the thing that's gonna push Ross, and that is my number 8, which is the real resolution. This convinces Ross to actually move on. That was not the one woman for you. Plenty of other women, plenty of other types, plenty of other opportunities. So many things you can do. So don't just focus on one thing. A lot more. I honestly don't know if I'm horny or hungry. Stay out of my freezer. Okay, so now, since we're on a little bit more, I want to show you a little bit of the scene. Because there's 2 scenes that I kind of want to show you. One's very short. The other one is the ending scene, which will be number 9 in CONVO. That is the ending. So let's get into it. Close on a TV set. It's an old Happy Days rerun when Johnny and Chachi get married, pull back, real Rachel watching. Tears in her eyes, a gallon of tub of ice cream in her lap. Blah. Now he's talking about this. Grab spoon, Ross. I don't get that joke. That's a 90s joke, you know. Yeah. So, oh, this is very far in. Okay, so this is a lot more. Beautiful setup to the relationship of the show. Okay, we're back, and I wanted to skip to the end. There's a lot more with Monica's story. Rachel is gaining independence. She cuts her credit cards, so officially cutting off the last ties to her parents. Officially on her own, and she decides to get a job. I believe that is the very end of the episode, which we're gonna skip around to number 10 on my list. That is review and the credits, how the characters have grown. And we see that Ross moves on and Rachel is independent and gets her own job. She works at the coffee house now after this. So let's just get to the next part, which is probably the best scene of this episode, where Ross talks to Rachel and essentially sets up the theme of the show. Okay, Joey and Chandler have left. Monica, Rachel, and Ross sit and watch television, eating Oreos.
You gonna crash on the couch?
No, I gotta
TV
go
documentary, blah blah blah.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, blah blah blah.
I just found on the floor.
And a lot of this, a lot of extra stuff. This is part of Monica's scene.
You just put it back where you found it.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right. Good night, everybody.
Night.
This isn't in the script, which is great for Monica. I love that. Let's continue. Goes in bedroom. Ross to Rachel.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Oh, no, go.
Really, I don't.
Last Oreo. You want it?
Okay.
Split it. Then, very cute
You know,
moment.
you probably didn't know this, but back in high school, I had
A major crush
a
on you.
major crush on you.
Oh,
I knew.
I knew.
You did.
I did. Really. Oh, I always figured you thought I was in like a geeky older brother.
I did.
I did.
Oh.
Ah. He shrugs and gives him a smile. A long time ago.
Listen, do you think...
Listen, do you think?
And try not to let my intense vulnerability...
Okay, this is actually exact.
But do you think it would be okay if I asked you out sometime, maybe?
Exact. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
With a smile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I will.
Well,
Good night.
Good night.
night. He gets up and starts with the door. Monica comes out of the bedroom. He sees his face. He's clearly very pleased with himself. No. Okay, and then put Rachel leaving. That's fine. That's for the door. Monica comes out of her bedroom. She sees his face. He is clearly very pleased with himself. What's with you?
What's with you?
I just grabbed a
Grab the
spoon.
spoon. What the fuck? Yeah, sure. That's how it ends. That's the first episode of Friends. And let's see. Okay, it is in here. Monica laughs. Waitress comes over to the table. You guys want any coffee? We'll pull back to reveal that the waitress is Rachel. Here's number 10. Review. See how the characters grew. Did you make it or are you serving it? Just serving it. Oh, sure, I'll have some. I'll have coffee. And then there's more camaraderie. So I just talk. Then we fade out. That is it. That is the ending to the first episode of Friends, and I really enjoyed it. Did you guys enjoy it? I hope you learned a little something. I hope this was educational. This helped you learn a little bit more. It helped me learn a bit more. So, for my outline, we established a few things. First off, we had a normal conversation. Established camaraderie. Second, we set the problem. Ross is going through a divorce. Number 3 was the question, does it get any better? How does he survive without being married? A major change in his life. Same with Rachel. And the temporary solution, let's distract myself with my friends. Doesn't work, backfires. Then he talks with Joey and Chandler. 6, address the flaw, honest confrontation. Comes to terms with his divorce and realizes there is not just one woman out there. And Joey pushes that theory. And number 7, regroup. Reveal Ross's feelings. And number 8, we get the real solution. Joey tells him, grab a spoon. And number 9, we get the in convo, and we get chemistry as well. So, we get Ross's talk with Rachel, where he actually says, oh, I did have a crush on you. I want to ask you out, but now is not the right time. So, you just left your fiance at the altar, so yeah. And number 10, we review how characters grew. Ross is not too upset about his wife leaving him anymore, and thinks he has a shot with Rachel. We will see with the rest of the show, obviously. And Rachel, on the other hand, gains her independence, cuts off her family, and gets her own job. So that is how we end that, and I think that was a very good one. And this is just the first draft of Friends. Is there anything else? Oh, there's more. Oh, there was the cliffhanger. There was a tag. Ooh. Which they just used for the next episode. I think it's the intro to the next episode. Oh, yeah. The intro to the next episode is Ross talks with Carol. He finds out that she's pregnant. And they're having a baby, and it's very weird. Hilarious. Kind of. But yeah. So there's a little tag, a little stinger on here. Well, that's interesting. Is it mine? Well, we know it's not Susan's. And yeah. So that was Friends. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Friends Like Us. Ooh. Friends is a better title. But one of the most iconic sitcoms of all time. 30th anniversary. September 22nd. This pretty much changed television forever. This influenced a lot of incredible shows. Maybe some films too. Who knows? launched careers like Jennifer Aniston, David Schwimmer, Courtney Cox. I think it launched her career too. Cause did she? I think she had Scream after, right? Yeah, 94. When was Scream? I'm not too sure. Yeah, that launched her career. Lisa Kudrow, she had a couple of pretty good films. My favorite, Booksmart. Also, Easy A, phenomenal. Matt LeBlanc, he had some good shows. He's on a show right now, I believe. Good had a few films. And Matthew Perry, some great films. But again, rest in peace. And that is where I'm going to call it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. This has been a good one. We're back with reScribd. That was Friends. If you do enjoy, hit up one of those. My YouTube channel, where all of reScribd is. My Spotify, where all of reScribd is in audio form. You can also watch it in video there too, I believe. But if you want to take me on the go and in a car or something, there you go. And then, of course, Instagram, where you can mainly find me, where I post once every 6 months. Last post was probably Glass Animals concert. Again, I recorded this way in advance, so. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. I'm out, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace. So no one knows your life was going to be this way.